Okay, we're underway. And plays it forward. Headed by Bridge City. Set the lineups here in a second. Ball switched. Haley with a header. Gathered in by Bridge City. Mia intercepts. Mia goes in for the challenge. Deflected forward for Bridge City to Avery. Avery finds M. M, first time, clears it up towards Sadie. Sadie with a head to it, but out of bounds. All right, looks like they're starting pretty similar to the way they started yesterday. I see Alyssa, Grace, and Sadie on top. Alyssa on the near side, Sadie on the far side, Grace in the middle. Midfielders are Sydney, Marissa, and Mia. In the back, Caitlin on the far side, Avery and Carmen in the middle. Avery clears it. And then Haley on the near side, outside back. And M in goal. Alyssa giving chase, ball goes in, Mia steps, now Marissa, good challenge there by Marissa, wins the ball. Looking for Sadie. Sadie has the ball at her feet, cuts to the far side, gathered in by Sid, plays Grace forward. She's on side, has some opportunity to get across her player, which she does. She's in on goal, deflected off. It's going to be a corner kick for the Gunners. Marissa wanders over, sets the ball in place. Caitlin and Haley are the two players back. Marissa looks, raises her hand, runs begin, ball's in, good ball away from goal. Head just off Sid's head, darn it, that was a good look. Alyssa gathers that ball in, keeps it in bounds, cleared away, but only to Caitlin. Caitlin with a touch, whips it back in looking for Grace. Ends up at Alyssa's feet. Alyssa shoots, blocked. Mia has the deflection. Mia looks, sorry the AR's in the way, but that's her job. To Avery. Avery whips the ball in, gets deflected. Alyssa's there, but can't come away with it. Cleared away, but Haley gathers it. Haley gets underneath it, pops it up into the box, headed away by Bridge City to the far side, and played back, cleared forward. Caitlin with a foot to it, up to Sid. Sid can't quite keep it up, but she does a great job deflecting that out for a Bridge City throw. Throw-in comes in. Played forward. Haley's giving chase. Gets a good challenge in. Now she's ball side on that. Clears it up the line, keeps the ball in bounds. Excellent work. Forces Bridge City back to midfield. Deflected by Alyssa, out for a Bridge City throw. Hey, Gunners on the far side just scored. I was talking to their team manager before. That's the Nines that are playing, and they scored an early goal, and that's a good progress for them. Steve had said they'd been struggling to score goals. Great start for them. Throw-in goes in. Carmen with the defense. Now Mia gets foot to it, finds Sid. Sid with a touch. Challenged, gets taken down, but no foul there. Great tackle by Haley. Cleared up, looking for Sadie. Deflected away though. Gathered in by Caitlin. Skips past Sadie. Caitlin's there, now Sadie's there. Played back, Grace intercepts. Tries to one-touch it to Marissa, but ends up getting cleared away. Mia has it. Mia finds Caitlin. Caitlin with a touch into a little bit of space. Looking for options, find Marissa. Marissa plays it for Caitlin, but the ball is cleared out. Gunners throw. In the 5th minute, no score. Bridge City played Rain yesterday and lost 1-0. Ball's in, Sadie heads to it, gathered in by Bridge City. Mia plays it forward, but there's nobody up that high. Keeper comes up, gathers that ball in easy. Ball's punted away. She gets a good piece of that. Wow, really good piece of that. Haley heads it back across the field, looking for, I think she thought Avery was going to step, but Avery was still retreating. Ball gets switched to the wide side, skipped past, out for a Gunners throw. Throw-in goes in. Haley looking for Marissa. skips through towards Grace. Mia off her shoulder. Grace is going to gather that in. Has it. Sadie was offside, but so she checked off the ball. That was, just couldn't get on the same page there, but it was a good look. Punts away. This one's much shorter. Takes a bounce. Mia with the pressure and foul called. And I lost my hat. Talk on it. Ball's away. Cleared away by Avery. Carmen clears it forward, up toward Grace. Grace brings it down to her feet, settles, turns, has some space. Seen Alyssa, plays Alyssa in, great ball, but the flag comes up. Ooh, that was close. That was close, but was off. That was a great look and a great run and a great ball, and just off a little bit on the timing. Ball's away, played here to the near side, skips over Alyssa's head. She gathers it in though off the deflected ball by the Bridge City player. Sadie hustles over on the switch, plays it down the line. Great sliding challenge to keep the ball in play. Finds Grace. Grace looks, trying to get across her player, but can't. Cleared away by Rain. Throwing for the Gunners. Try to move over here and get on the other side of the AR. Ball goes in, looking for Sadie. Takes a touch. Oh, I thought that was deflected, but evidently not. Ball comes in, far side, challenged by Sadie and Marissa, goes all the way back, out for a goal kick. Ball's placed down. Played forward, Caitlin off her shoulder. Challenges for it again, plays it forward, cleared away by Bridge City. Avery's there with a header. Headed again by Bridge City. Now Marissa, almost was able to spin around and intercept that, but instead wins the challenge, finds Grace's feet, plays forward looking for Sadie, a little beyond her. Good idea, a little bit too far. Throwing comes in, played back, cleared forward. Caitlin with a touch to it. Now Sid finds Sadie. Sadie finds Caitlin. Caitlin plays Marissa. Marissa, opportunity to cross, comes through. Haley's there. Haley's still there. Gets a head to it. Gets a foot to it. Goes out for a goal kick. Good work. Good opportunity created there, but unable to do anything with it finish-wise. No score. We're rolling into the 10th minute. Keeper places the ball, checks her options. Side, she's going to play this short. Ball gets played to the far side. Alyssa's there, deflects off Alyssa. And Mia's there. Mia forces a heavy touch, and the ball rolls out. Gunners throw. Haley retrieves the ball. Looks down the line for Marissa. Goes over everybody's head. Played up. Haley one times it out of the air. Into Grace. Grace settles, looking to turn, looking to find some help. Plays it back to Avery. Avery has a touch. Plays it back to Carmen. Carmen with a touch. Brings it here near side to Haley. Haley into Mia. Mia, oh, just a little beyond her. She couldn't quite keep her foot on it, but Bridge City passes the ball out. It's going to be a throw-in for the Gunners. Haley flips it up. Looks. Marissa checks in. Marissa checks it, the ball into space. Plays it on to Sadie. Sadie! Oh, shoot. Couldn't quite get a foot to it. That was great. Dynamic, very quick, rapid attack. Ball comes in, goes beyond. Grace is going to control that. Lays it back to Sid. Sid with a touch. That's a foul. Sid places it quick, tries to play it quickly, but there's no options, so Avery's going to take this, plays it to Sid. Sid turns, plays it out. Nope, not out to Caitlin. Plays it down the line instead to Marissa. Marissa with a touch, cleared away by Bridge City, throwing for the Gunners. Caitlin throws it in, finds Sadie's chest. Oh, Sadie tries to spin, but stumbles over the ball. Caitlin ends up with it, whips in the cross, handled by the keeper. She wanders up toward the top of the box, motions for her team to step up the field, gets punt to it. Mia's there. Comes here to the near side, comes all the way through. That was clever play. Alyssa is going to not give her a chance. Oh, excellent tackle by Melissa. Great job by Alyssa to hustle back. No score, 12th minute. Bridge City throw, goes backwards, looked like a marginally illegal throw because she didn't turn her body. Great challenge by Haley, great challenge by Alyssa. Bridge City's going to throw it in again. Looking, plays it back. Plays it in. Avery's there. Now Alyssa's there, Haley's there. Comes into the middle. Good opportunity there by Bridge City, but hit well wide. And sets the ball, takes a peek, asks everyone to step up. This might be the first time she's played the ball from M crushes that one pretty good, skips over Grace's head, but ends up at Marissa's feet to Grace. Grace looking, lays it back to Sid. Sid plays it up the line, looking for Caitlin. Caitlin plays it down the line, but Sadie had dropped back a little bit. Actually, it looks like Sadie's on the near side now, and Alyssa's on the far side now, so they've switched up a little bit. Keeper plays the ball forward. That's going to end up, just past Mia's foot. Carmen with the good pressure now. Carmen, good job. Ball goes through. That's M's. Not going to be a problem there at all. M's going to gather that up, trot back to the middle of the box. Plays it short to Avery. Avery looking, finds Caitlin. Caitlin with a touch, plays it down the line, but Bridge City intercepts, keeps the ball in bounds. Caitlin, good pressure. Ball goes out, and it's a Bridge City throw. And what are we doing? Oh, getting the spare ball off the field. Bridge City throwing it in. Goes backwards quite a ways. Gives Gunners a chance to step up, compress the field. Great tackle by Grace. Sadie one time. That was a little too ambitious. Alyssa was still back in the defensive posture, but that's all right. Now Sadie's there on the near side. Mia intercepts. Haley to Sadie. Sadie to Grace. Gets a piece of it, but not able to go clean through it. Mia intercepts. And again, but Bridge City comes away with it. They've got some options now. Play here to the near side. Laid up. That bounces. M's there. Clears it away. Now it's to Mia. Mia flips it up. Finds Alyssa. Alyssa lays it quickly to Marissa. Marissa, that's a tongue twister. Marissa to Alyssa and back. Down towards Alyssa. Deflects off Alyssa. Stays in bounds. Then goes out. Deflects off Bridge City. Gunners throw. Hey. I'll turn it off. I'll turn it off at half.
I thought maybe she should be the outside kicker. You guys thought about that?
With,
I mean, 40 yards on it.
yeah, yeah. Ball's in. Grace dances, turns, can't quite turn. No, she's still along the end line or sideline. Gets deflected out though. Amy went to a BYU game, their first home game when she was, as a freshman. She went into like, oh, just a second. Grace dances along the line, gets across in. Sadie, no, Alyssa, oh, goes wide. Goal kick. Game went to like quadruple overtime because the kicker kept missing, and Amy was like, I'm gonna go down there and kick. I can totally make that.
She could too.
Amy had a great foot, not quite as strong as M's, but far more accurate. She was touches. I can't believe they missed again.
I wouldn't miss anything with the 40.
No, she wouldn't. Ball's played short. Far side to Bridge City. Comes back toward the middle. And up the line. Caitlin, good pressure there. Keeps forcing her back. Ends up intercepting the ball. Alyssa has it. Has a couple of players on her now. Trying to keep possession. And out for Gunner's throw. Caitlin grabs it quickly. Looking, lays it up towards Marissa, but skips by her. But to Mia, one-time shot! In! Marissa from the top of the D! Or not Marissa, Mia. Excellent goal by Mia. Excellent goal. 1-0 Gunners. We're in the 17th minute. Great job by Mia just saying, I'm going to pull the trigger on that. 1-0 Gunners, 17th minute. Great challenge by Grace there, wins the ball. Spins, looks, lays it back to Sid. Sid looking, chips it up, looking for Alyssa, but can't quite find her. Punts away, up toward midfield, lands in the circle. Marissa and Sid force the ball backwards, then it's played forward. Sid gets a piece of it. Haley gets another piece of it. Now Haley has space. Haley's on the move. Haley, oh, she had Sadie about ready to release. Marissa retrieves the ball, turns the corner, finds Alyssa. Alyssa looks, lays it back to Mia, the goal scorer. Mia spins her player. She creates space, finds Sadie. Sadie chips forward, looking for Grace, but that's going to scoot all the way through to the goalkeeper. Punts away. Bridge City settles. Carmen with the excellent pressure forces the ball backwards. Mia now forcing the ball to the far side. Ball comes in. Avery gets enough of it to stop the attack. Sid clears it away. Up to Alyssa. Alyssa chips in looking for Marissa. Marissa still battling for it. Now Sid pushing it back again. And all the way back. Now Alyssa intercepts an errant pass. Alyssa and Grace, she finds Grace. Sadie takes off here on the near side. You can see her in the screen. Grace looking, she cuts inside, cuts to Alyssa. Alyssa can't quite get a shot off. Grace is still there. Grace gets a shot off. Goal for Grace. Goal for Grace. Great persistence there. Excellent work. 2-0 Gunners. Great work there. Rolling into the 20th minute, 2-0 Gunners. I found our mojo this morning. It's always a question on how well the girls are going to perform when they have a game the day earlier, especially since Bridge City had played had played like 4 or 6 hours before we did, so they had a little more time for rest, but we're staying in a hotel. Ball goes in, carried forward. Mia with pressure, run is made to the far side. That was a great ball. Haley retreats, shot comes in. M had it covered. And out for a goal kick. M retrieves the ball. point, 2-0 Gunners. Grace and Mia. Ball's cleared away. Mia collapses. Sid pokes at it. Mia has it at her feet. Mia emerges with the ball. Mia holds up, plays it wide, almost to Sadie, who would have been off to the races. And Haley retrieves the ball from the ground, finds Marissa's foot. She plays it square, ends up at Mia's feet. Mia out to Avery. Avery up the line for Alyssa. Alyssa shielding, settling the ball, stumbles, gets up, finds Mia. Mia now finds Sadie. Sadie with a touch. Sadie chips it, looking for Marissa, who'd made a great run. Grace retrieves and gathers in the deflection. Sidesteps her player, but it goes backwards. Sid finds it, lays it out to Avery. Avery with a touch into some space, head up, chips it forward. Alyssa ends up with the deflected ball. Alyssa still pressing forward. Now Caitlin pokes it in. That's going to roll through to the keeper. It's going to gather that up. Has a chance now to set up and see what she wants to do. A couple of subs getting ready to come in for Bridge City. Punts away. A skip. A header. Ball goes forward. Caitlin's there. She's already picked up M. Lays it back to her. M takes a touch, settles the ball. Top of the box. She switches the ball. Oh, out towards Sadie, who doesn't quite have enough space to make that turn and run. A couple of subs coming in for Bridge City. 2-0 Gunners, 21st minute. Light rain, no wind, not too terribly cold. Sid gets across the girl, gets a header. Sadie challenges, commits foul. Yep, Sadie came in a little hard, that's all right. She's going to retreat back. Free kick for Bridge City right here at the midfield stripe. We're going to pan the camera a little bit, get ready for the inevitable ball that's going to go forward. Steps into it, plays it forward, there it goes. Flicked up. Haley's got plenty of time to settle that ball to her feet. She goes up, finds Grace. Sadie intercepts that. Now Marissa. Now it's to Haley. Haley chips it, goes a little bit off the side of her foot. Caitlin's now running after it. She shields. She has the ball. She lays it back to Avery. Avery finds Sid. Sid finds Caitlin. Caitlin finds Marissa. Marissa chips it to Alyssa. Deflects off a Bridge City player, goes all the way back to the keeper.
That's a camera.
Cleared away up toward midfield. Mia takes it out of the air. Great work. Header.
Let's go back over here. You don't want you getting
Mia's there with the pressure. Ball gets switched here to the near side. Haley wins that. Looks for Sadie. Sadie deflects the attempted clearance. And Avery commits a foul. She didn't mean to do it that hard. She's going to get a little talking to. He's going to say, now you know you can't do that. And she says, yes, I know, and I didn't mean to, and I apologize, and all of those kinds of things. So referee says, I want the ball back 2 feet. It's right on the edge of the D there, as you can see, or the center circle there, as you can see. Ball's played forward, deflected down. Grace has that, looks, spins, lays it to Sid. Sid, touch into space, stays with it, holds it up, keeps the ball, finds Grace. Grace finds it, Avery. Avery finds Marissa. Marissa to Mia. Mia to Carmen. Carmen here to the near side to Haley. Haley sizes it up, gets it through to Sid. Sid finds Carmen. Carmen finds Emily. All the way around, out to Avery. Avery now with a little bit of space. She tries to break a line, finds Alyssa, which she does. That was great work. Alyssa cuts into the middle, chips it forward, trying to release Sadie. That's a good opportunity for Sadie to run after it. Forces the ball all the way back to the keeper. And we set, say, okay, well, if you want to try to play it out short, we'll let you. Instead, she tries to play it up. Sid's there with the defense. Falls to Grace. Grace dances a little bit behind Alyssa, but she retrieves and covers it. Retreats and covers it. Caitlin lays it down the line. Grace on the edge of the box. A couple of defenders on her. Finds Alyssa with a touch. Oh, Alyssa didn't know that girl was coming. That's unfortunate. Avery clears it up. Mia gathers it in. Mia dances. Oh, loses it though. Caitlin comes away with it, steps into space. Down the line, a little bit beyond. Oh, got a piece. Ball still in. Now it's out. Goal kick. Substitutes coming in. We got 3 coming in for the Gunners. I see Reed coming in for Sydney. Or sorry, Carolyn coming in, Reed coming in, and Sophie coming in. Sadie. Let's see, Caitlin looks like is coming here to the near side. I'll reset the lineups here in a minute as soon as they get settled. Okay, up top. Grace on the near side, Carolyn on the point in the middle is the striker, and Sophie on the far side is the other winger. In the midfield, Carmen has pushed up into the midfield, along with Mia and Marissa. Haley gathers the ball in. Ow, that was a hard challenge. She's going to get a card for that. Haley. Haley came in with a little bit too much vigor. She knew it. That's okay. Now she just needs to be careful. So midfield is Reed, Mia, and Carmen. So Marissa was one of the players that went off. And then on the back, on the far side, Alyssa has dropped back, is playing outside back. Avery and Haley in the center, and Caitlin is now here on the near side. Ball's played forward, skips up. Caitlin's there, shielding, trying to figure out what I want to do. Caitlin clears it out. It's going to be a Bridge City throw. Throwing comes in, off the thigh, played back. Good job by Reed to force a ball. Skips over everybody's head. It's going to be out for a Gunners throw now. We are in the 28th minute. Caitlin's being ordered to go backwards, which she does. 28th minute, 2-0 Gunners. Goal by Mia, goal by Grace. Haley to Caitlin. Caitlin, oh, couldn't quite keep it in. Throw in for Bridge City. Throw comes in. Haley doesn't allow the turn. Caitlin clears it away. Nope, Caitlin didn't clear it away. They cleared it away. Gunners throw. Caitlin looks. Picks out Reed. Reed couldn't quite get there, but cleared away by, I think that was Haley. Sophie, with her first touch, finds Alyssa. Alyssa plays it up off of Sophie. And out. Another couple of subs coming in. Livy is going to come in for Caitlin, and Addison is going to come in for Alyssa. So 2 new outside backs. Addison on the far side and Livy on the near side. Throw-in comes in. Knocked down and out. Throw-in for Bridge City. Throw-in comes in again. Soph clears away, finds Mia's feet. Mia gets kicked from behind. Carolyn now giving chase. Grace is here. Ball comes to the near side. Touch to the inside. Intercepted by Mia off Grace's feet. Grace persists because that's what Graces do. To quote Thor, because that's what heroes do. Soph wins that challenge. Soph now has an opportunity to go at it. Oh, shoot. She couldn't quite sort her feet out. She tried to lay it off to, I think, Carolyn. Instead, it ends up back at Avery's feet, who's got the ball in space. She whips it forward, knocks down, cleared away. Soph tries to chest it down, but it gets away from her. Ball goes up to the far side, comes in. Livy heads it straight down to her feet, chips it up, looking for Sophie to release. That is Soph is not going to get there, but forces the Bridge City player to knock it out of bounds, so it's going to throw deep in that end. 30th minute, almost 31st minute. So we're about 2/3 of the way through the first half. Bridge City is doing a couple more substitutions right now, so we've got a break in the action. Addison has the ball, ready for the throw-in once the players are on the pitch. Well, the Gunners just scored again on the far side. They're up 2-0 as well. Good for them. Throw-in comes in. Sophie with the challenge. Cleared up the line. Gunners throw again. Addison has the ball. Looking. Reed checks in, down to her feet. Reed has it, chips it across, ends up at Grace. Grace settles the ball, dances, finds Livy. Livy, darn it, just a little bit too hard. Great run by Livy, great ball by Grace. Good luck, girls. Ball's played here to the near side. Livy steps up, one time out of the air. Reed lays that back towards Livy. Livy settles that, plays it all the way back to M. M has plenty of time to take a touch. Picks out Reed. Reed takes a touch, keeps the ball at her feet, finds Carmen. Carmen takes a touch, lays it outside to Avery. Avery takes a touch, takes it up the line, up to Carolyn. Carolyn cuts inside, stays with the ball, but cleared away. Avery, good challenge, forces the ball to go backwards instead of into the attack. Carolyn continues to challenge, doing good defensive work, gives Grace a chance to collapse, forces the ball back. Now Grace is there, intercepts the ball. There we go. Grace is on her horse. She's going to go to her left. She's going to go Grace to her left. Defender gets a good piece of it. Grace shields off, still there. Grace cuts to the inside. Gets tripped up a couple of times, and the third time, no whistle. Aaron is encouraging Grace to go down in a situation like that, which is probably true. Oh, gets headed the wrong way. Mia settles the ball to her feet with a great touch. Left-footed shot on frame, but gathered in by the keeper. Aaron wanted Grace to go down and draw the foul. Grace decided she was just going to persist. All right. Addison with the ball. Ball gets cleared off the Bridge City player, and Carolyn ends up with it. Carolyn, couldn't quite get it. Oh, well, that's going to work because that ends up at Grace's feet. Grace turns her hips, plays it back out to Carolyn. Carolyn touches inside, but it got away from her. Addison, good ball. Good job by Addison. Great job by Addison. Good defending by Addison there. Avery finds Carmen. Carmen can't quite find Carolyn. Bridge City has the ball again. Plays it up and back and across. Here to the near side. Livy steps. One time, that's going to end up at Avery's feet. Actually, Addison's feet. Oh, a little bit of miscommunication there. Addison wasn't quite ready to play that ball. Now she plays it into M. Ball stayed in. M takes a touch on the edge of the box. Nobody's doing anything. Emily, including the Bridge City players, they're just standing there. M hits it over everybody all the way up to Grace. Grace plays Livy. Beautiful. Livy plays Sophie. Sophie has it. Sophie lets the ball go out. She turns, lays it back to Grace. Grace settles, plays it into Mia. Mia looks one way, goes the other, finds Grace, head of steam. Oh, Grace couldn't quite get it by the player. Good try. Comes in, Mia intercepts. Mia is still there. Persisting. Ball gets away from her. Livy takes a good touch, tries to play Soph down the line, but didn't have enough time to get her foot all the way across it. Throw in for Bridge City. 35th minute. 2-0 Gunners. Goals by Mia and Grace. Looking. There's the throw. Sophie gets her foot to it out of the ground, off the thigh. Mia challenges for it. Still there. Mia just does what Mia does, which is just be crafty and sneaky and all those other good things. Throw in for the Gunners. Run is made down towards, oh shoot, skips right on by. Reader is going back. Hey, Gunner scored again on that far side. 3-0 Gunners. Good for them. Ball gets played back, settled to Grace. Grace goes to the right, goes to the left, has to turn around, drops it back to Mia. Mia looks, chips it down the line, but that's not going to be retrievable. Oh, Addison does get there, but knocks it out. It's going to be a throw-in for Bridge City. Throw-in comes in, skips by everybody. Addison chips it up, settles by Grace. Grace turns, plays it out to Carolyn. Carolyn chips it up, deflects off Bridge City players. Nobody knows where the ball went. It's now a throw-in for the Gunners, but checking just to make sure that the head is okay. Sure that it is. Addison looks, throws it in to Carolyn. Carolyn lays it back towards Reed. Now it's up to Avery. Avery forces the ball wide. Now hands off to Mia. Mia gets it to Livy. She's onside, but she's not going to have too many options. And Livy clobbers that ball away, but deflected down. Cleared away by Avery, who gets it to Reed. Reed gets her head up, finds Carolyn. Carolyn, oh darn it, Carolyn wanted to keep that ball at her feet, but it didn't quite do what she wanted. Up to Grace. Grace chests it down. Grace leads it to, oh shoot, had that ball gone to the outside, Reed was off to the races. All the way back to the keeper. Sophie's there, takes a touch, beats the keeper, looking, plays it across, but nobody's there. But now Grace retrieves the ball. Grace, oh shoot, can't quite keep it. Grace has it back. Grace gets shot away, blocked, cleared away. Goes right by Grace. Grace, I think, kicked a shin. Livy shoots on frame, but handled by the keeper eventually. Grace is checking her toes, making sure that there's 10. Does a quick count, says, yep, they're all there. I can still walk, so I'm going to play because that's what heroes do. All right. Here we go. Livy plays the ball in, cleared away by Haley. Haley to Reed. Reed spins her player. Reed finds Carmen. Carmen touch into space. Carmen looking for Grace. Couldn't quite get it on frame. Or on target. Throw-in comes in. Carolyn lays it back to Reed. Reed emerges with the ball. Finds Carmen. Carmen looks. Finds Livy. Livy on the great run. Wins the ball. Gets spiked. Yes. Cuts inside on her right foot shot. Oh, off the crossbar. Great ball. Great ball by Reed. Great run by Livy. Great touch to the inside. Hammers the ball. 3 inches lower, that goes in. Great look by Livy.
Good job, Livy.
That was some very nice looking football. Grace challenges, corner kick. You're fine. I move for you. You're working. I'm entertaining. Grace is going to take this corner kick. Raises her hand.
Oh, yes.
Great ball. Flex off Mia. Livy's there fighting for it. Lays it back for Reed. Oh, it gets cleared away. Livy retrieves again. Livy with a good challenge. Prevents it from going forward. Addison gets a piece of it. Chipped up. Avery lets that go over her head. She's got one coming. She's going to play that all the way back to Emily, who's going to take a touch out towards Haley. And Haley's going to take a touch, pick up her head, and find Mia. Mia dances a couple of ways, lays it back to Avery. Avery looking. Avery finds Haley. Haley looking. Haley picks out Carolyn almost. Comes into the middle. Ooh, she should have settled that ball. Nobody talked to her. Well, that was a good skip inside. The shot's away. And takes that on the short, the low catch, I guess. Not a short hop. And looks, says we're going to go ballistic. And more or less goes ballistic. Gets it to midfield, headed up by Bridge City. Ah, that's a push. Referee is explaining to Avery that he can call the foul. Avery was a little demonstrative, but it was a pretty blatant push. I don't blame her. M, straight line, shortest distance between 2 points. Carolyn's now challenging for it. And now Reed gets a piece of it. Now Carolyn gets a piece of it, ends up at Mia's feet. Mia back to Addison. Addison with a touch, up the line to Carolyn. Carolyn touch inside to Reed, who has some space. She turns, looking, finds Carolyn. Carolyn, one touch, looking for Grace. Cleared away. Addison's there, forces the ball inside, gets deflected as the attempted through ball gets played, and it stays out. Nope, it does go out. Throwing comes in quickly. Addison pressing. Still pressing, forcing the ball backward. Good job by Addison. Seeded, made them seed 5-8 yards. Reed intercepts, steps. She's got some opportunities. What am I going to do here? What am I going to do here? Oh, good tackle by the Bridge City player. Ball goes out. 42nd minute, 2-0 Gunners. Reeder throws it in. Headed up. Sophie's there. Sophie, now Grace is there, but it gets cleared away. Now Livy settles that ball for Haley. Haley finds Reed. Reed turns. Oh, beautiful sidestep. Reed chips it up. Sophie runs onto it. Sophie sees the ball bounce, has her head up, settles, turns, looks, leaves it for Carolyn. Oh, shoot, goes all the way through to Carmen. Carmen outside to Reed. Reed chips it back in. Grace is giving chase, forces the ball to be played. That's going to be tough to handle, which it is. Gunner's throw. Ball goes in. Carmen, touch, lays it back. Livy up towards Reed. Reed spins. Oh, shoot. Tried to lay it off, but couldn't. Now Mia's there providing the pressure. Ball gets played forward. That's going to go all the way through to Avery, who's going to say, I'm just going to play it the direction the ball's going, all the way back to Emily. Emily looks, says, I can kick the ball really far. Plays it up to her very good friend Sophie, who drew a foul because of the push. Avery sets the ball. Looks. 43rd minute. 2-0 Gunners. Avery lifts that forward. Soph challenges for it. Addison gets a foot to it. Comes all the way across. I think everybody kind of looked at it and said, you get it. Nobody got it. Now Bridge City has an opportunity, but Mia snuffs that out. Mia plays it back. Reed's there. Forces it to the near side. Livy's there. They try a little 1-2. Livy says, I'm fast enough to make sure you don't get the ball. Throwing for Gunners. Looks. Livy looks. Whips the ball down toward Reed. Reed off her belly. Reed turns. Good soft touch to Mia. Mia, good touch to Avery. Avery, good touch to Soph. Soph has it. Lays it back to Avery. Avery finds Carolyn. Carolyn turns, finds Reed. Reed now has a chance to dribble. Reed chips it forward, looking for Grace, Carmen. Wasn't quite there. Ball bounces. Soph intercepts, pokes it away. Bridge City has it back. Avery with great defending, forces the ball back, gives Carmen a chance to force it wide. Haley deflects the attempted pass. Livy gets a piece of it. Livy continues to be a tenacious defender. Carmen clears it away. It's going to be throwing for Bridge City. Inside of a minute left to play in the match, plus whatever. Referee's holding up one finger, so...
1 minute, Gunners, 1 minute.
I don't know if that means 1 minute left or if that means 1 minute of stoppage time. Not sure which one that means, but we'll find out soon enough. Mia lays it back to Livy. Livy, first time with the left foot, up the line, clears, gives us a chance to reset our shape. Grace chases her, forces her into the middle. Now she's just like, uh-oh, now Reed's there. Now Grace is like, well, I'm going to force you to make an errant pass, which means I can intercept the rebound. Grace now tries to challenge and draws a foul. Good job, Grace. Way to go down.
Hey, set it up. We got one last play right here. Set it up.
Says, I got it. She gets around, comes around the ball, so it's on her right foot. She she looks. There she is. Boom. And there she goes. That's going to come out of bounds. Right back here. Gunner's throw. And that's the last play of the first half. 2-0 Gunners at half. Back in just a bit. Okay, the girls are getting ready to come back. We'll turn the effects off here, the halftime effects are now off. Gunners trot back out to the pitch. It is raining a little bit more. Just gonna get the umbrella out to try to keep the lenses dry of the cameras. So apologies if that interferes from time to time, but all right, Gunners are on the pitch. Timbers are still, or not Timbers, Bridge City now have completed their cheer. They're wandering back out. Referee looks, checks his watches, making sure all of his equipment is settled. Raises his whistle up. Looks. Start the timer here. Blows the whistle, game on. All right. Bridge City plays the ball back. Goes to the far side. A little bit. Ball goes out. Gunners throw. We'll set the lineups here. M in goal. Back line far side is Caitlin, who's getting ready to take the throw in. Carmen and Avery in the middle, and Haley on the far side. Ball goes into Sadie. Sadie takes a touch into some space. Gets tackled. Grace tracks back. Sticks her foot in, causes some disruption. Midfield is Reed, Mia, and Sid. Good step there. Reed tracks back. Caitlin gets a foot to it, stops the attack. Attacking is Sadie on the near side, Carolyn, and Grace. Oh, Alyssa is the outside back here on the near side. Sorry. I think I said Haley, but it's Alyssa. Haley, it looks like, is getting a bit of a rest right now. Throw-in goes in, Carolyn gathers it, plays it up, looking for Sadie. Sadie takes a touch, keeps the ball at her feet, lays it back to Sid. Sid plays it down the line, looking for Grace. Grace turns, cuts across her player, still there, still there. Grace switches to guns, too close for missiles! Ball ends up in the goal. Grace with the shot in, gets a deflection. Sadie tries to follow that up, and I think Grace collapsed again and knocked that in. So a brace for Grace. 3-0 Gunners. 2 minutes into the second half. Good quick counterattack.
Nice pass, Grace.
3-0 Gunners. Whistle's blown, ball's played back. And up. Caitlin out of the air, up to Carolyn. Carolyn settles the ball at her feet very nicely. Carolyn to Sid to Carolyn. Carolyn looking sidestep, takes it down to the far side. Cleared away by Bridge City, out for a Gunners throw-in. Caitlin has the ball, treats, looks, whips it in, comes all the way through to Sid. She takes a touch, space, trying to keep the ball, finds Caitlin. Caitlin comes back, finds Reed. Reed steps by her player, tried to get it out to Carolyn, couldn't quite get it there. Goes all the way back to the keeper. Keeper clears it away one time, only as far as Mia's head. Mia to Reed, settles the ball back to Mia. Mia to touch, looking for Carolyn. Carolyn got a little too much of the player there, knocked her off balance, foul called. It is raining a little bit more, no wind though. Ball's played up. Skips out. Sid's there. Skips beyond her. Alyssa does a great job stepping up. Oh, shoot. But then gets spun a little bit. It's all right. Alyssa's going to track back. She's going to track back. She's going to win that ball. Knock it out of bounds. Gunner's throw. Or, sorry, Bridge City throw. Ball goes in. Alyssa. Oh. Got Bridge City throw still. Mia clears that up. Only to the top of the box. Header comes in. Off the thigh. M gathers that in before there's any danger. She plays it quick. Gets the ball looking for Carolyn. Carolyn gets around the player. Oh, shoot, just over Sid's head, but Caitlin retrieves it. Finds Sid. Sid looking for options. Sid looking for options still. Looking, finds an option all the way back at the back end. M takes a step, or a touch, and then a step. Plays to Avery. Avery plays it up, looking for Sid. Sid didn't realize someone was coming from the backside, but Alyssa ends up with it. Now Mia. Mia to Sid. Sid plays through, got Grace, and Grace had Grace and Sadie, but Grace retreats, plays good defense. Ball gets forced out. Gunners through into Sadie. Sadie back to Alyssa. Alyssa sidesteps a few, ends up at Grace's feet. Grace spins, but ball's too far away from her. Reed to Sadie. Sid to Reed to Grace. Now she's looking to try to release Sadie, which she does. Oh, but it gets by Sadie's foot. Throw in for Bridge City. 3-0 Gunners. 6th minute in the second half. Played back. Grace, good hard challenge. Forces an errant pass to Alyssa. Alyssa tried to find Reed but couldn't. Now Bridge City has an opportunity to counter. Gets slowed up by Alyssa. Now Mia's there. Ball gets switched to the far side. Carolyn retreats. Ball goes out. Throw in for the Gunners. Throw in comes in. Carolyn pops it up. And again, Mia gets across the player. Draws foul. Free kick for the Gunners. Carmen's going to take this one. Just going to look. Plays it up to Caitlin. Caitlin plays it all the way back to Emily. Emily takes a touch. Touches back to the near far side. Finds Carmen. Carmen up to Caitlin. Caitlin got a couple players on her. Leaves it for Carmen. Carmen looking for Sid, but can't quite connect. Reed with good defending there. Reed with some more good defending. Caitlin wins the ball, but committed a foul in doing so. Lots of grumbling from the Gunners' parents thinking that that was not a foul, but I think she got her. Right on the red lacrosse line. Ball gets popped up into the box, takes a bounce, and gathers that cleanly, rolls it out looking for Sid. Sid takes a touch, keep the ball at her feet. She plays Grace. Off goes Grace. It's a race, it's a race. Grace has it. Grace gets a piece of it. She's into the corner. She's got Carolyn there. She's got Sadie coming to help. Grace comes in, lays it for Sid one time. Goes wide. Reed chasing it down, keeps it in. Reed sidesteps, but it gets knocked out for a goal kick. That was unfortunate, but it was a goal kick. Oops. Bump this other cam. Hold on, I'm going to make some adjustments. Ball's in. Sorry, technical difficulties. Mia with the pressure forces the ball to go backwards. Now Sadie with the pressure forces the ball to be played forward. Alyssa, good defending. Avery clears it up, deflects off. That was a handball, and it was called. So it's going to be a Gunner's free kick.
Let the referees make the call before you scream out for it, okay?
Yo, what's up?
I saw her hands go up.
Referee is saying, please give me a chance to blow my whistle before you yell. There's Avery. Nice cameo there for Avery. Avery sneaks, sidesteps, drives that ball forward, thigh down, read one time, right at goal. Easy ball for the keeper to handle. She punts it, gets a good piece of it. Reed gets ahead to it. Good challenge by Caitlin. Reed ends up with it on the side. Caitlin ends up with it again. Caitlin gets her pocket pick, but she picks it back. She lays it back to Carmen. Carmen plays it down the line, but that rolls out. Gunner's throw. Or sorry, Bridge City throw. Nope, I take it back. She hit it off somebody. Gunner's throw. Caitlin into Sid. Sid flicks it looking for Carolyn. Carolyn's trying to get by a player that's obstructing and then committing a foul. You cannot obstruct when you're 13 feet from the ball. It was exactly 13 feet. I measured it with my eyes. 13 feet away. You cannot obstruct. So now a good opportunity. We're about level with the top of the box. Right over next to the sideline. 3 girls in the wall. Referee is content with their positioning, or Carmen didn't ask for. But ref blows the whistle, runs are made, ball's delivered, whipped in toward the near post, and all the way through. Oh, doggone it. All somebody had to do was run into the ball there. And possibly would have been right into the net. Great ball by Carmen. Great ball by Carmen. Just a little bit beyond the runners. 11th minute, 3-0 Gunners. Got a third goal just after the start of the half. Caitlin gathers the ball down, settles it at her feet, plays it up, looking for Carolyn, but it's cleared away, takes a big bounce. Avery provides pressure, Carmen cleans it up. Or not Carmen, Mia. Mia now looking for Alyssa. Alyssa touch inside, touch outside, now looks out. Oh, darn it, just goes beyond Sadie. Sadie is going to make sure that it goes all the way out, which it does. It's going to be a throw-in for Bridge City deep in their defensive end. Oh, that's ball slipped out of her hands. Referee says you're all good. Ball played in the middle. Sid challenges for the header, stays in. Quick back, ball's on the ground. Mia takes the touch, but can't quite get to the second touch. Avery, good job defending, forces the ball to go backwards, which means Reed can pick it up. Reed finds Carmen. Carmen looks, what can I do? I can play it to Caitlin. Caitlin looks and says, I can play it into Sid, but it's a little bit behind her, but Avery cleans it up off the deflection. I'm gonna take a bounce, skip over some, nope, not skip over some heads. Mia's there. Mia does Mia things.
Well done, Harriet.
Ball goes through. Oh, Em tries to pick out Carolyn, skips all the way through. Throwing comes in, laid back, popped up. Sid can't get ahead to it. Ball bounces freely, poked forward by Bridge City. Carmen gets a foot to it. Alyssa has her feet on it. Dances outside, cuts inside, finds Grace. Grace takes a touch to the far side. Grace, looked to play Carolyn through, but intercepted by the Bridge City player. Good advance. Oh, good tackle by Grace. Grace finds Sadie. Sadie, the Band-Aid on her hip, finds Grace, and it's a little too far ahead of her. It's going to go into the keeper's hands. She's going to punt it. Gets a good part of that ball. Reed provides the pressure. Sid provides the flick. Grace takes the touch. Finds Alyssa. Alyssa takes the touch. Cutting. Looks inside. Now comes inside. Now gets the cross in. Falls. Alyssa runs on, or Mia runs onto it, but it gets deflected. It was a handball. Free kick for the Gunner. right at the top of the box. Maybe, I guess not at the top of the box, for about 10, 12 yards out of the box. Just Carmen's lined up over it. Referee gives the appropriate distance on the wall. Everyone's lined up at the top of the box. Keeper slides back to her right. Only 2 people on the wall. That's a good shot for Carmen, right at the keeper who handles it. Transition begins. Deflection, Caitlin clears onto the gunner's tent. Throwing comes in. Drop back, played forward. And out. Goes on the underside of the other gunner's tent. Mia, Caitlin, Carmen, dribbling, looking, plays it up. Oh, beautiful ball to Sadie, who's gonna get a foot to it. Now has some options, says I'm really fast, and I'm much faster than you, especially when you dive like that. Ball's on the ground to Grace. Oh, one time, can't quite get to it. Gets up, looking for it. Oh, great work. Great cross by Carmen. Great cross by Sadie. Great ball by Carmen. Great cross by Sadie. Great effort by Grace. Great all the way around. Sadie now again gets the cross in, cleared away, and corner kick. Sid wanders over. She's going to take the corner this time. Alyssa trots over for a potential short corner, draws the Bridge City player towards her. Ball's played all the way across to the far pole. Just skips under Grace's foot. Carolyn retrieves. She chips it back in. Cleared away by Bridge City. Headed away by Bridge City. Mia gets a foot to it. Still pushed up. Ball's played in. She's onside. Caitlin gets back. Caitlin now has position. And that's going to be a goal kick. Great defending by Caitlin Pelly. Oh, referee overrides the AR. Says no, that's going to be... M argues, but loses the argument with the referee. That's shocking. It's really not shocking, obviously. Okay, corner kick for Bridge City. I thought it was a corner. Looked like Caitlin had hit it last, but anyways, ball is placed. Arm is raised, runs are made, ball is delivered, goes over everybody. Mia gets ahead to it. Sadie tries to clear it, can't quite get it. Mia does clear it, and that goes out. It's going to be thrown for Bridge City. Throwing comes in. Mia with a good pressure, crosses there, goes straight at M. She gathers it in, falls on it, covers up, make sure nothing's going to happen to it. 18th minute, Gunners are up 3-0. 1 by Mia, 2 by Grace. M whips that ball out, looking for, I think that was intended for Sadie. Sid slides, gets to it, Reed plays it forward, looking for Sadie. Popped up, Caitlin with the header, lays Sid into space. Sid plays forward, looking for Sadie. Sadie's not going to have enough space to get there. The keeper's going to gather that up. She's going to roll it here to the near side. Goes up, Sid with pressure, forces it back. And Bridge City now with the options, but plays it forward, past everybody to Carmen. Carmen to Caitlin. Caitlin looking up the line for, I think, Grace, but it gets cleared away. But Carmen retrieves. Carmen now finds Carolyn. Carolyn, one touch, leaves it for Grace. Grace can't keep it clean. Caitlin with good challenge. Bridge City comes away with the ball. Head of speed in. Avery's there. M's there. M, oh, great job deflecting that. And then chipped over the top of the goal. Nice save there by M. Good positioning.
Nice job, Jen.
Alyssa checks out, and Sophie checks in. She's going to play outside back for a little bit. And then M is going to take a goal kick. The 19th, now 20th minute. 3-0 Gunners. M lifts that up, looking for Sid. Sid wins the ball, finds Soph. Soph plays it up to Reed. Reed lays it off for Mia. Mia one times it up towards Grace and Carolyn, cleared away by Bridge City. Gathered in by Reed. Reed finds Carolyn. Carolyn turns. Has some options, looking for Grace. Grace, ball gets deflected out for a Gunner's throw. Mia challenges for it, gets delivered up. Caitlin wins the ball, touches into space, finds Sadie. Sadie touches, pokes it forward to Grace. Grace spins, has it on her left. Lays it out to Carolyn. Carolyn cross in, handled by the keeper. Punts away, off the legs. Caitlin's there. Caitlin looking, lays it back. Forces the ball to go back, played forward. Comes all the way through to Carmen. Carmen says I can play it to M. M puts her left foot onto it. Clears it away, but headed up by Bridge City. Now Avery's there, talking with the other defenders about where to be. Sophie is there, but there's a stumble on the ball. It goes out. It's going to be a Gunner's throw. And throw in goes in off the Bridge City player. Step up about 5 yards, try it again. Sophie looks, motions to Reed, says there's some space right there, but can't quite get it. But Sadie can pop it up and play it forward. Gives Carolyn a chance to run up underneath it, heads it forward. Bridge City players retreat, lays it back to their keeper. Carolyn continues to press, ball gets played up just above Sid's head. Now Reed has it. Now Reed has an opportunity to turn it. Stays with it, but cleared away. Now Soph, this is going to be Soph. Going to win that all day. Soph keeps the ball in. Soph is looking, finds Avery. Avery pops it up, looking for Sid. Errant knee, ball cleared away. It's going to be a Gunner's throw. Off the umbrellas, into Sophie's hands. Sophie looks, flips it up, finds Sadie. Sadie tried to find Sid, skips by. Popped up. Mia now has an opportunity to shield, settle the ball, get it down on the ground. Carmen has it. She plays it up. Oh, ends up at Sid's feet as she intended. Sid with a little delay and then nice touch. Reed gets the ball, finds Caitlin. Caitlin with a good touch. Caitlin still there. Good challenge. Ball comes in. Carolyn collapses. Reed gathers. Reed cuts back to the outside, now cuts back to the inside, now finds Mia. Mia steps back to the far side, finds Caitlin. Caitlin chips it forward, looking for Grace. Finds Grace, ball gets away from her. Darn it. It's all right. Ball's forward, Carmen steps, intercepts that, knocks it down. It's going to give Sid a chance to secure it, play it all the way back. Don't think she wanted it to go that far, but that's okay. Carmen has it, says, you know what, I can play it to M. M says, I'm okay with that. And looks, plays it back to Carmen. Carmen now has some space. She can pick up her head, find some options. She does. She finds Caitlin here on the far side. Caitlin finds Mia. Mia finds Avery. Avery's looking. Avery finds Reed. Reed does a good job keeping the ball at her feet. She finds Avery. Avery lifts it forward. Grace retreats, has the ball at her feet. She deftly spins, but takes a little bit of a hard touch, but still persists. Hard touch there. ends up at Mia's feet. Good challenge. Reed ends up with a good decision by Reed to find Mia. Mia looking for Carolyn, but gets disrupted. Ball's played forward, skips through, sort of. Goes in, Soph gets a touch to it. Soph has M. M can one time it. Up to midfield, nobody tracked back. Mia gets ahead to it. Carolyn now on her horse. Good to see her running around so much. Caitlin gets a deflection. That's going to give Carmen a chance to gather that in. Caitlin sidesteps, finds Sid. Sid settles the ball. Oh, good job by Sid there to be persistent. Sid, head up, sees Sadie, but couldn't get it where she wanted it. Sid gets her head to it. Falls, Grace has it, takes a touch. Now she's off to the races. Goes to the far side. Grace is going to win that. Takes a touch toward the end line. Cross comes in. Carolyn's there, out of the air. Attempted volley over the crossbar. Great effort. Great work by Grace. Great work by Carolyn. That would have been a fabulous goal had she gotten out on frame, but it would have been a really hard one to get on frame. Haley whips off her warm-up top. She's coming in. She's going to replace Mia. Mia's going to take a break. 25th minute. Carmen's going to slide up into the midfield. Haley's going to slot in at center back. Ball's played forward. Skips by everybody. Haley. Carolyn. Carolyn shoots. Wide of target. Tried to catch the goalie sleeping. Sixth minute, 3-0 Gunners. 1 by Mia, 2 by Grace. Ball goes wide and out. Mia thought her day of running was over, but she's the one running after the ball. Plays it back. Caitlin wanders up, gets ready to take that throw in. Whips it in, skips by everybody's head. Caitlin with a thigh to it. Chips it across. Finds Grace. Grace finds Avery. Avery picks her head up. Finds Sadie. Sadie, great find of Sophie. Sophie touch inside. Whips it. Finds Carmen. Oh, off her shin, but to Reed. Reed spins back outside and in. Oh, Reed can't keep it. And now Bridge City has a little bit of an opportunity, but not. Oh, well, maybe now they've got some numbers. She was off. Fuck goes up. Heard some cheering on the far field. Gunner scored again. I think it's 3-0 or 4-0 over there now. Good for them. Good for the Nines. They've been struggling of late. So good result for them. And wanders up. Ball is placed. We got to fill out the paperwork we were trying to sub, but it's not quite ready yet. Referee blows his whistle and clobbers the ball. There it goes. On to Carolyn. She gets there, keeps it in, gets shielded off the ball. Ball gets cleared, kind of. Comes back up the line. Grace challenges, and knocks the ball out. I used to play basketball against a guy, and I never liked it when I had to guard him, not only because he was a good basketball player, but that meant he was marking me, and it just hurt. When you hit him, it just hurt. Brian, he was a really good basketball player, really good guy. But when you had to play against him when he was defending you, you just walked away sore. And I think that's what it's like when you have to play against Grace. You end up just walking away sore. Throwing comes in. Subs have come on now. I'll reset the lineups here in a second. Sophie's now up top. Sidesteps it. Touches back. Oh, beautiful touch inside. So Plays it in for Livy. Livy can, oh, does keep it in. Oh, ball got, why is the flag up? The flag can't be up. How is she offside? Oh, goal kick. It went out. Okay. All right, so lineup. Let's see here. Far side, outside back is Caitlin, Haley, and Avery in the middle. Addison on the near side. Midfield, I see Mia. Sorry, Carmen, Reed, and Grace. And then up top, I see Livy, Sophie, and Sadie. In the 30th minute, so 15 left, 3-0 Gunners. Sorry, more technical difficulties. Sadie leaves it off to Reed. Reed crosses it in. Keeper gathers that in. Sadie was there to gather anything up that might have been a little loose, but keeper was secure in her hands. Punts away, comes straight towards us with a bounce. Good defending by Addison there, not allowing any space. Forces the turnover. Oh, Grace had it, but then lost it. Ball comes in. Haley steps up, pops it up. Reed wins the header, drops it back to Grace. Grace off her chest, settles it down to her feet. But Reed comes in, intercepts, cleans that up, finds Haley. Haley on the ground up to Sophie. Sophie keeps it, thinks I'll pass it to Grace, says nope, I'm going to pass it to Haley. Haley whips it outside to Caitlin. Caitlin with a good touch inside. Caitlin plays it forward, deflected down by the Bridge City player. Libby challenges for it, forces the ball backwards. Looking, goes forward. Haley to Reed to Caitlin. Caitlin dances with it, finds Haley. Haley goes all the way back and finds Emily. Emily takes a touch, says, what am I going to do? The player nobody's challenging her, so she chips it up. Looking for Livy, hoping that she would check back, but she didn't. Reed intercepts. Nope, can't keep it. Ball goes far side. Caitlin gets a little piece of it. Haley gets a bigger piece of it. Caitlin there, good job deflecting that. It's going to be a throw-in for the Gunners. 3-0. Ball comes in, a bounce. Grace is there, lays it back. Caitlin pops it up, skips by Sophie. Now it's a foot race. Sophie is generally going to win those, because that's what Sophies do. Sophie gets to the end line, finds, almost found Livy. Livy looks, she turns, tries to take a shot, but can't. Grace intercepts, but it gets deflected. Grace tracks back, and the ball ends up here at my feet. Throw in for Bridge City. Ball comes in. Grace has an opportunity to win that. Plays it back to keep possession. Goes all the way to Haley. Haley a touch, whips it up, trying to find Soph, but pulled down out of the air by Bridge City. Haley with the defending, but a foul was committed. It's going to be back quite a ways. All the Gunners are behind the ball. Played forward into the box, skips, M gathers that in. The Gunners just give up a goal on the other field. Soph with the ball from M. Oh, couldn't quite keep it, but that's okay because Sadie almost had it. Now the ball comes inside. Reed says, I'm going to clean that up. Reed finds Sadie. Sadie finds Addison. Addison lifts it up, looking for Grace. Grace is trying to win that ball out of 3 players, but isn't successful. But Grace commits a foul. Grace is pleading her case. No, and the ref said no, you really didn't. And turns out the ref is always going to win. Person with the whistle always wins. Refs are undefeated. Wall is being set up. 3 in it. Sadie, Grace, Reed. M has them appropriately aligned. Whistle's blown, arm is raised, shot is taken. That's well off frame. M goes to a knee and gathers that in. Threat averted. And booms that one. Bounces just beyond midfield. Headed far side by Bridge City. Good tackle by Haley. Goes up looking for Soph. Soph, pressure applied. Played forward again. Addison's there. Takes that off the side of her shin. Now she clears it up. Takes a deflection. It's popped up. M's going to let that bounce. M's probably going to play that at her feet. She is just going to stand there. Because if they're not going to do anything, she's not going to pick it up. So, cools off a few seconds. 35th minute, a little over 10 left. Addison looking for Grace. Ball comes back in, skips through. Haley with a piece of it. Still defending. Gets a leg to it, pokes it out, throwing for Bridge City. Throw goes in. That was an illegal throw, but it's all right. Sophie tried to be clever, but couldn't come away with it clean. Ball goes to the far side. Dancing, looking. Whipped in, cleared away. Shots taken, deflected, and gathers that in. Unfortunately, it did take a deflection, so it's going to be a corner. Gunners will have to defend. Arm is raised. Ball's delivered. M jumps up. Gets knocked back into the box. Comes in. Avery clears it. Sophie checks. Almost wins that joust. But now it falls to Reed. Reed has an opportunity to open up and see what she's got. She plays Sadie. Sadie forces the ball to be played back to the keeper. She plays it back to Sadie, who was surprised by it. And plays it right back to the keeper again. Sadie's like, oh yeah, you'll never hit the ball right at my feet, but that's exactly what happened. Grace coming over, she's about to get hit, which she did, but she got the ball away. Ball stayed in. Nope, ball didn't stay in. It was ruled out. I thought it stayed in. Addison looks, takes it down the line, Sadie settles it, slides and gets it to Grace. Grace gets it to Addison. Addison looking for Sophie. Ball goes through, Avery's there. Grace forces the ball to come all the way back. Grace is there, shot's taken, skips through, and gathers it in. Ball is secured. M throws it out towards Liv. Liv spins it, but the ball goes out. Aaron encouraging them to finish strong. Livy clears it away up towards Soph. 38th, almost 39th minute. Ball gets played to the far side. And up. Carmen pokes it to Grace. Grace pokes it to Sadie. Sadie back to Grace. Come on, Grace, let's get a hat trick. Sadie with a touch. Caitlin steps. Forces a bad ball, which Carmen retrieves. But it's poked forward by Bridge City. Haley wanders over. That's going to roll out. It's going to be a throw-in for the Gunners. Looking. What am I going to do? Referee says you've gone too far. Caitlin retreats. Whips the ball up. Played up by Haley. Haley to Carmen. Carmen looks. Playing it wide here to Sadie. Sadie with the defending. Now Reed with the defending. Now Addison with the good defending. Now Sadie with a good defending. Sadie's also one where if you had to play against her, you would finish and you would say that just hurt. It hurt playing against her. Ball comes in. Actually, I think it would be just about that way with all the girls on our team. I don't think anybody would really enjoy playing against us for the most part. Caitlin plays it all the way back to M. M has time. Takes a step, plays it back out to Caitlin. Oh, good touch by Caitlin there on a hard ball. Haley up to Livy. Livy plays Grace into space. Grace plays Sophie, who was offside. Rolling into the 41st minute, 3-0 Gunners. 2 in the first half, 1 2 minutes into the second half. That pretty much took all the starch out of Bridge City. Ball's placed. Kicks away. Caitlin off her chest. Played out to the far side. Haley giving chase. Cross is attempted. Haley deflects. Haley deflects again. Ball comes to the top of the box. Shots away. And good save. Clean hands. Good dive. Gathers that in. She's going to ask her team to wander up. Gets a hold of that. Going to bounce right up midfield. So flicks on. Oh, so flicks again. Ball's played to the far side and out. Gunners throw. 3-0 Gunners. Final 4 minutes. Less than 4 minutes. Soph settles, turns, lays it back, finds Caitlin. Caitlin. Oh, shoot, missed Carmen or Reed, whichever she was trying to go to there. That's all right. Haley now applying pressure. Ball's forced wide. Addison gives chase, sets her feet. Now Reed comes to the top. She's a right footer, so she's got a touch inside. Grace recognizes that, wins the ball. Tries to find Sophie, but can't. Sadie gets fouled. Em's going to walk up and take this, I think. Addison leaves it for Emily. Emily looks. Boom. Skips up, cleared away. Addison's there. Avery to Addison. Addison to Sadie. Sadie, oh, almost. Haley, crunching tackle. Deflects off the Bridge City player, controlled by the Bridge City player. Ends up at Reed's feet. Reed still has an opportunity for it, but Grace says, nope, I got it, I'm faced that way. Plays it back to Addison. Addison to Avery. Avery looking, says I can play it square to Haley. Ooh, that was under a little bit of duress. Avery again, or Haley again, out, flex off Carmen. That's going to go all the way back to M. Just going to settle the ball, look around, and wait, and then play through it. Gets up to Soph. Oh, she misjudged that. Skipped over her head. Kind of between bounces. Ball's left, played into the middle. Avery steps up, forces the ball to be played back. Grace challenges, but can't quite come up with it. Reed deflects, goes to the far side. Caitlin off her shin a little bit. She's looking around. Em comes out and says, I'm just going to clear this. And, oh, good job by Olivia to hustle back. Wins the throw in for the gunner. She takes it quickly. Carmen leaves it, trying to find Livy, but got a little too much of that ball. The referee holds up a finger, says 1 minute, so I think that's 1 minute left. Carmen has the ball. Carmen has the ball, finds Sadie. Sadie has an opportunity to run onto it. Sadie pokes it. Keeper with a great save. Great save by their keeper. Great save. At least Sadie got the shot off. That's going to come all the way out to me, and I can't bring it down. Good save by their keeper. Referee holds up a finger. 1 minute left. 1 minute left.
Option.
Incorrect. Ball comes in. Sadie settles. Sadie dances. We're going to hold it. Addison. Oh, good move by Addison. Finds Grace. Grace can't quite keep it in though. Throw in for Bridge City. Grace presses because Graces don't quit. Oh, crunching tackle by Grace. Still there, still there, still there. Grace ends up on the ground. Grace is saying, how did I not get a foul? Ball gets played through. Caitlin's on her horse. Uh-oh, we're going to have shot at M. Handles it, falls on it. That is going to kill off the game by the time she stands up and punts this ball. The ref is actually already telling her, just hold the ball. That's the end of the match. Thanks, AR. Game's over. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Final score is 3-0 Gunners.